It's not very often that Maryland gives the keys to the defense to a freshman, but that's exactly what John Tillman did with Logan McNaney. He is the leader of a stout Terrapin backline.
This promises to be an outstanding matchup, both on the field and on the sidelines. Two terrific head coaches. Charlie Toomey runs the shop for Loyola.
Won a national title in 2012, and John Tillman on the other side hoisted the trophy with Maryland in 2017. Two of the most respected coaches in the sport.
Maryland got its season off to a flying start on this field 1 weekend ago. They blasted High Point. It's the season opener for Loyola, and Charlie Toomey said Maryland will be whistle ready. It's hard to replicate live speed.
I think we saw that last night when Johns Hopkins was able to beat Towson. It was Hopkins' second game of the season, Towson's first. You saw the adjustments that Hopkins was able to make. You saw that they were prepared with that game speed experience from the win over Jacksonville. We'll see if Maryland can carry that momentum from week one into today.
The officials today: Peter Buchanan's the ref, Dan Bennett, Brennan Lehane will be joining him in the zebra stripes. All-time meeting number 24 between these two squads. Loyola has only come to College Park, Mark, 2 times since 1958.
Unbelievable when you figure that only 40 miles separates the campus.
Loyola picked up a national championship win against the Terrapins. We're off and running. Bailey Savio controlling the opening draw with Loyola in the green, and at the bottom of the screen you'll see that attack trio: Lindley, Olmstead, and James, prolific at the offensive end.
Really for this Maryland squad.
Donville, the transfer from Cornell, kicks it back behind the cage. Molliver will hook up with Keegan Kahn. All Kahn did in his first game as a Terp was go 4+6. And there's Donville inside to start the scoring.
Loyola struggled in their scrimmages against Richmond and Syracuse, and one of the biggest struggles was their interior defense. And here we're just going to see Maryland in a circle, nothing fancy.
Tightly by Matt Hughes.
McNulty broke his stick. It's 6-on-5 right now. Maryland has an extra attacker.
The All-American long stick midfielder is helpless. Molliver fires, he scores!
I thought Loyola was going to be able to get out of this one being a man down. The man is running in from the box, but it's just cycling the ball from Maryland. And if you're Schaefer, you're just not seeing the ball. Look at the big lefty. He doesn't even get his stick up. He just tries to raise that right quality whizzer on cage just yet.
Keegan Kahn on the go for Maryland. Wisnauskas, wearing number 1 this season, gets a step on wires, fires, he scores! Logan Wisnauskas.
Who's a natural lefty, uses his right hand. And you're going to see wires. It looks like he trips over the goal, but it looked like he just couldn't recover on that right knee. Had to push off.
For Maryland. Olmstead getting to the interior. He'll kick it. Lindley has room. Fires. He scores. Kevin Lindley.
We're going to see Olmstead push the goal line extended, flips it to Lindley. Bad approach by Puglisi. Lindley finds the back of the cage.
In the preseason scrimmages, they didn't know how much he was going to be able to give, but it's his toughness that this team rallies around. The Greyhounds in green.
Terrific lefty, preseason All-American according to several media outlets, including Inside Lacrosse, in that third team range.
Patra working against Fairman, gets inside, he scores. Adam Patra.
Caught me by surprise there. Loyola's had trouble winning matchups so far in this game, but we're going to see Patra just very patient. He's a lefty, so you know you want to get above goal line extended with that left hand. Does a nice job on the little cat and mouse. Bubba Fairman got out of position.
On one. Chorus against Mustang Sally on the sweep. Chorus shoved wide off the shooting angle by McNulty. Shot clock growing late. We're under 50 in the quarter. Molliver playing a two-man game. Molliver rolls back, kicks it to Chorus. The feed over the top. Wisnauskas straight away, had 8 points last week. Chorus jump shot, he scores! Jack Chorus.
Big goal for Maryland. And this is just great ball movement. And Jack Chorus is a tremendous cutter with the off ball. A midfielder in high school, played a little bit of attack, back to his natural midfield position. His cuts and the timing of his cuts.
In the second quarter today at Maryland Stadium, a sun-splashed day, temperatures in the mid-50s, very pleasant. DeMeo on the hitch, gets inside, draws the double. Kahn will switch it. Donville makes one more. Wisnauskas feeds. Donville room. He pings the corner. A second on the day for Jonathan.
Just watch him flow up the field. Draws 2 green jerseys. No one used to slide on Logan Wisnauskas. Now you have to go when he gets topside, and Donville's waiting for the throwback, and he pings the far corner. Donville, what a terrific shooter. Both have been in the upper 90.
Mentioned that he came in from Cornell. He shot 46% in the 2020 season. Weirman going right to the goal. Luke Weirman scores.
Be galvanized after dodging a few Greyhound bullets. Nothing fancy about this. Just plays it out the front door. Weirman cruises right down Route 1 and is able to skip it past Schaefer. And look at the Maryland bench. They're excited.
This Maryland team that went to the national championship back. Closing in, Brennan on the move. He scores. Jack Brennan. All systems go for Maryland.
Loyola coaching staff wanted a ward-off on Wisnauskas. They don't get it, but this is just too easy. Brennan, you're going to give him the left. He'll cruise. No one really gets a touch on number 41 as he just goes right down the heart of the Loyola defense and sticks it.
The screen, our viewers can see Maryland is sharing the wealth offensively. There were 9 different goal scorers last week in the win over High Point. Patra, who has one today for Loyola, gets inside on Puglisi and he scores. Patra does it again.
Finished, and him and Mark Van Arsdale look at each other and they say, Patra may be our best offensive player. He is certainly making it happen today. His second goal line extended dodge. He's a lefty. I like how he turned upfield. Puglisi
scheduled the toughest that any team plays in Division I. Kahn turns, he scores. Too easy there for Keegan Kahn.
Their slides just seem to be a little confusing. There's a little bit of a pick action right there. Wires gets picked off, and then he's going to turn to his short stick D-Midi and voice a little bit of frustration. So that's all about communication. You know, hey,
Jack Brennan on the go. Trying to get underneath on Mustang Sally on the sweep. Kahn moves it. Wisnauskas with a BB from the outside.
Moore not relying on the one-on-one. Brennan skips it behind. And then Keegan Kahn, the one more. He knows he's got big number 1. And look at the stick positioning. Using the defender as a screen in the form of Cam Wires. So not only do you have the high heat, 85 miles.
All-conference, All-America matchup there. C fires, he scores! Riley C. Hey, Wisnauskas always a driving.
With the 13-11 mark.
Finish up the opening half of play today.
Loyola's goal comes at the
Maryland
4:50 mark of the 6th.
with a rip from Wisnauskas. ending a 5-minute drought. He has the hat trick.
Who plays wall ball nonstop after practice. And look at that shooting stroke, and look at it nestle into the upper 90. And his teammates only around a gallon or two jug of water. They don't go out a whole lot. They want to be the best. They want to live the mantra of Maryland lacrosse.
Snapshot score. Beautiful cut from Kyle Long, and he can
get the 11th marker. And this is the first time we're saying his name on the broadcast. Just a flash cut. Nice seal inside. And again, the communication for the Loyola defense.
Donville, DeMeo, and Long. This is Long from the severe angle, finding Maltz. He fires and scores. Daniel Maltz.
Which it's Luke Stout now between the pipes. But the same result. Maltz just takes the little feed, moves above goal line extended. Here's a tip for all you young offensive players. Always keep your feet moving.
To Jared Bernhardt, the outstanding attackman. Stay with us at the half. Mark and I will share a look back at his outstanding play. A whistling drive from DeMeo makes it 13.
Pressure, no stick in the gloves, and just great ball rotation. This is just a give back, basically. The retreat by the defense, just giving DeMeo.
Time down to 17 in the frame. Olmstead against Geppert. Fires, he scores! Aiden Olmstead.
Part of that two-headed monster of Lindley Olmstead wins a matchup. Is just able to get a step on Geppert. It's not bad D, and Geppert was
assist leader for Loyola. Weirman gets the draw, knifing right to the cage again. Weirman hesitates, fires, and scores! Weirman's second of the day. That is 10 goals.
This is a face-off, man. You turn him away from the goal. You get his momentum going back, and he shoots it high to high, stick side. You've got to make that safe.
Percent. Backside look for Kamish. He'll deliver it up top for Bateman, and around the horn we go. Olmstead, inside feeds a good one. Score! On the run, Evan James.
Similar look in the first quarter where Loyola had a one-on-one and McNaney made the save. Watch James. Pump fakes, gets McNaney to go. Ability to defend, the ability to play in a team defense, to pick up a ground ball and handle pressure.
Molliver knifing in, he scores. Eric, we've seen him on the wing today. He'll sub in close D and man down. Molliver has had a fine afternoon again. He's got a couple of tallies picked up by Matt Hughes. DeMeo, oh, spectacular shot from Anthony.
Incredible shot. Look at DeMeo, soak the checks. Look at him hide the stick. He knows he's going to shoot once he gets out the front door. So he's on the move again, feet always moving, soaks the checks, gets upfield, gets stick leverage, hides the stick, and whistles one. We talk about game action. Coaching is that way as well. You know, watching people on tape is much different than watching them live.
Chorus trying to beat the buzzer. He shot that one wide. Last ditch effort now for Keegan Kahn. Filters one to the crease. Whistling drive from Murphy. Does it count?
By the pandemic, then he was injured all of last year and didn't get to play, so.
Murphy's hot hand continues. He was 4 for 4 last week. He's 2 for his.
Long. In this case, Owen Murphy. You want to talk about 2020? By the end of the 2020 season, which was abbreviated at Johns Hopkins, Bobby Benson said Owen Murphy, who is at
Long, picked up on the perimeter.
And Maltz was a starter last year, Joe. And now he's coming off the bench. He's getting run on extra man offense.
Boom. Donville takes a stroll.
Or he'll do it many different ways today. We've seen him inside, catch and shoot. And we've seen him cruising to the goal like this. Just a straight righty sprint down the hash marks. Slide is late. Finds himself an angle and beats.
Dylan Binney working in now against Burles. Time ticking under 3 minutes left. This gets through Scher. C fires, he scores. Riley C able to take a peek at that top corner.
Greyhounds continue to play hard. Riley C picks up the ground ball. Nice look from Davis Lindsay. Got through some traffic, 3 white jerseys. And that's saying a lot, you know, when you consider the schedule that Maryland plays, the schedule. How about Johns Hopkins? They beat Towson last night. They go to Georgetown tomorrow. 48-hour turnaround.
Right back at you. Dylan Binney with a well-placed drive right there.
An opportunity to show what they can do. There's Higgins. We talked about his feeding ability, but Binney's just going to cycle up again. Feet moving. They're from everywhere in the country, Joe. The game has just grown like wildfire.
Molliver, who had a solid day today from Georgia. Molliver right on cue. He scores.
Talk about an outpost. Molliver, just such a good player. On ball, off ball, is going to catch it. Defenders just behind him ever so slightly. Guys who are just in the background. You know, they're the system guy or the discipline guy, and Maryland has that makeup once again in 2022.
Fans rising to salute the Terps. Dawson Wynn getting some time. Kevin Tucker seeing some time. He has the ball now. Razonk is with him. The shot clock violation, and that should do it. Maryland, a 20-8 victor. As it is now official, John Tillman's squad hitting 20-plus goals again on consecutive weekends. This offense has been too tough to